Hi guys. Today I'd like to do a bit of a summary of uh, what the charge and the atomic masses of the subatomic particles in a typical atom are. Uh, Generally, you might have seen in my other videos but I wanted just to do a simple video where I summarise this information. So, first of all, to talk about the proton. Now, the proton is, remember, it's in the nucleus. So, actually, it'd be good to have a new column location. So, yeah, location. So I said it'll be in the nucleus. So we can put nucleus here. So the nucleus, remember, is the centre of the atom. If you think about the solar system, you know how all the planets go around the sun. So imagine the sun as the nucleus. And in this nucleus, you've got particles such as protons. And you also have neutrons as well. But we'll get to neutrons in a second. So, what's the charge of a proton? Well, it is +1. So for every proton you have in the nucleus, you increase the proton number by 1. So for example, hydrogen has 1 proton. Therefore it has a proton number of 1, and if you took out all the electrons around it, no negative charge at all, it would be +1 charge. If you got 2 protons and put them together, then it'll be +2, etc, etc. So, yeah. What about the mass? Well, generally, when we deal with atomic masses, we define the proton as 1. So it's 1. So, if we have a look at a neutron now we know neutrons are in that nucleus too as well with the protons. So if we put in location, there, nucleus, what charge do you think it has then? Well, from the previous videos, especially to do with isotopes, we realised that a neutron is, shall we say, it doesn't have an effect on the charge of the atom. Otherwise, you'd be changing the element of the actual atom itself, so it would actually become other elements. So, therefore, the neutron is 0 charge because it doesn't change, doesn't affect the charge of the atom or the proton number or the number of electrons, etc. It just has no charge whatsoever. However, it does have an atomic mass of 1. So yeah, so remember that when we add, to find the total mass of an atom, you have to add the number of protons and the number of neutrons to get the atomic mass. However, with electrons, it is -1. We know the electrons go around the orbit the atom. Yeah, so remember, if you think about the solar system again, the electrons are orbiting the planets, orbit the sun, don't they? So, like the electrons, they orbit the nucleus. And remember, the nucleus is like the sun, and then all the protons and neutrons are all the components of the sun. So yeah, what we have to remember is that the atomic mass, it does have a mass. I think it's 1 out of 1,840. But so if I put that 1,840. However, we don't use this, so we just assume it's 0. So I'll just move that to in the middle. So yeah, this is a good summary table. if you want to take a photo maybe, or um, yeah, take a photo, or you just want to remind yourself of what the different which charge has which for which subatomic particle. Then here you go. I hope this was useful. It's not the most detailed video, but it was kind of a summary of the subatomic particles and their different masses and charges and where they are in the atom. So yeah, remember the protons, neutrons, and electrons, that's what makes up the entire atom. But the electrons themselves don't make up the atom, but you can have, like, for example, an atom that is, like you say, has just the protons and neutrons, so it's like just a nucleus. But remember, we would call that an ion, remember, because if all the electrons are taken away, then it'll have a positive charge. So yeah, just remember that. Yeah, so hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to try and see what else I can do. Maybe I can start some more videos on different subjects, maybe about the atom, or maybe about something else completely different. We'll see. But thank you for watching, and hopefully this was useful. Take care. Bye.